Hey traders, Jason here from Lever Brothers. So the name of this video is the market is too strong to top right now. Okay, and the point I want to make is that when you have an overabundance of charts that are acting very well, the market is not going to top. It would take some sort of external force that's huge in order to turn the tide. Okay, my number one indicator is not the indexes, it's not breadth. It's looking at hundreds of charts and getting a sense for, are they acting well, are they strong or not? And when you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of charts that are acting really well and strong, there's an underlying strength to the market that takes time to whittle away. Okay, so if you look beneath the surface and a lot of charts are weak, but the market is still up, you can say, hey, internally the market is kind of weak. It doesn't have a lot of strong foundation. Right now, there's an overabundance of stocks that are trending up. Volume's good. Stocks coming out of bases. Everything looks great. Okay. Day to day, anything can happen. Week to week, anything can happen. Heck, we can even have like a month-long pullback. But the underlying strength is there. And so it's not likely that a top is even in the beginning stages of forming, okay? So what I'm going to go through today is I'm going to go through chart after chart after chart just to show you what I see. I'm not going to show you charts that are trending up. I'm going to show you mostly charts that are just coming out of long-term bases with volume that are just in the beginning stages of moves, okay? You could argue that the market's getting it's getting a little long in the tooth, as they say, but there's a lot of charts that are just now breaking out of bases that have a pretty good runway ahead of them. All right, so let's go through some. Okay, so here's AAOI. You can see it trended up end of 2023 to a high, pulled back, came up here, tested, came up, broke out to new high, and now, just this week it hit a new high. Okay, when stocks are doing this, the market has good internal strength. Okay, Archer, aeronautics company, depending on how you want to draw your line, it doesn't really matter. You got a line there, you got another base there. This is a stock that based for almost 3 years, breaks out, and you could see lots and lots of volume here. Okay, just now breaking out of a base. Could just be in the beginning stages. This thing could easily go into the mid-teens in the next few months. AI, not quite breaking out of its base yet, but you can see breakout here, some volume surge here. We had a high up near 45, which was key over there. But we have, if you think, hey, the market's gone up too much, it can't go up anymore. Well, here's a 2-year base. The stock looks really good. If it breaks out here, this is going to be a leader in the next, in the next leg higher. ALAB, IPO from this year, dropped, came up, as you can see, took out the high, and now it's in new high territory. When IPOs do this, when they go public and they base and then they move higher, or they do some backing and filling and then move up and take out their high, it's a very, very bullish sign. API, let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. You can see this, 2.5, 3 year base, breaks out on huge volume. Now it is, just consolidating here with resistance just above 6. This is like the beginning stages of a move, not the ending stage. APLD, similar thing. We got like almost a 3 year base coming out here. You can see tons of positive volume over here. And right now, as I record this, it's just the last 2 weeks are just calmly consolidating right near the 10 level. So this looks good long term. Again, another stock that you can't argue it's gone up too much and it can't go up anymore. It's just now coming out of a base. AS, IPO from earlier this year. You can see just like ALIB, dropped back and then took out the high there, consolidated for a couple weeks, and boom. Okay, this is how IPOs act when the market is strong. If the market doesn't have underlying strength, it wouldn't do this. BE, long-term, I want to say a long-term loser, but has been down for quite a long time, and just in the last few weeks, look at this huge volume here. Huge volume, total personality character change. Okay, this type of thing doesn't happen when the market is weak. Okay, I guess it can happen to an individual chart, but when you have dozens and dozens of charts that look the same, that's really good underlying strength. Here's Butterfly Network, came out of a base here, consolidated here above some key moving averages, broke out again. This level here was key. So like right now, this is beginning stages, okay? Broke out of a base, beginning stages of what could be, a multi-month run up here, $5, $6, $7. Blend Labs, similar setup here. Nice base here. A lot of ways you can draw. I mean, you look at that, like all the data points there fit in that base, and now the stock is just now coming out of a stage 2 base and entering an uptrend. Datadog, nice rounded base, kind of herky-jerky, not easy to trade, but no doubt that it's move up, consolidate, and then it just broke out 3 weeks ago and is at a multi-year high. DocuSign, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That's too much. But I guess what I really want to show is that this is stock that based for 2.5, almost 3 years, and it just now is coming out of a base. So any argument that, hey, the market's up too much, it's got to rest, you got a lot of stocks like this that are just now coming out of bases, just in the beginning stages of an uptrend, not a mature uptrend. GENI came out of a base, broke out here. That's a multi-year high. Grab, similar. Let's see, which one do I want? Resistance at 4. All data points there are below 4, and then it just in the last couple months, look at all this big positive volume. When you have a lot of stocks that are doing this basing for a couple of years and then breaking out of this base on huge volume, that's really good strength, and that's why I don't believe the market is in any type of topping pattern. I think we have a ways to go. Honest Company, went public, fell a lot. Nice rounded bottom pattern here. Resistance there. You got like a cup and handle, boom, broke out. Tons and tons of volume. Okay. See this all over the place. When you got a lot of charts looking like this, could it pull back? Sure. Okay. Anything, like I said, anything goes week to week, month to month. But when you have a lot of charts that are acting this well, you're not going to get a top. HUT. You can draw trend lines in several different ways, but bottom line is you have like a 2 to 3 year base, and then, and then you got huge volume breakout here. Now it's like consolidated. It's been consolidated in the last 4 weeks, and this stock looks like it's probably going to go much higher. Irene, whatever you want to say. I pronounce them all different because I never hear them spoken. I just see them in print. Long base going back 3 years, just now at resistance. Okay, it's again, you can't argue that the market is getting too frothy. It's like you have a lot of stocks like this that are have either just broken out of bases or in the process of breaking out of bases. Joby, I'm going to start going a little bit quicker here so this video isn't too long. That's really poorly drawn, but bottom line is you have a base here that goes back over a year. Volume breakout. Look at all the volume over here. 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row with huge volume as the stock breaks out of a long base. KC. Let's see. I'm going to draw a trend line here at $10, but you can see it comes out of a base here. Lots of volume over here, and now it's up near a resistance level of 10. Consolidate here. So if we get a little consolidation pattern here for a couple weeks, it'll be set, ready to go, run up into the teens. Lemonade, dead money for a long time, and then boom, breaks out at 25, surges on huge volume. Lots of stocks like this breaking out. NN, you can see it moved up, consolidate, broke out, and you can see just running up over here. Olo, see if I can zoom in. Same thing. I mean, still, this is beginning stages. Okay, came out of a base here. Volume huge, now consolidating, at basically a 52-week high. This is in the beginning stages of a rally, not the end. Roblox, let me back up a little bit. I mean, well-known company, well-known gaming company. There's your resistance level at 50, moved above, came back down and tested, and now it's moving up again. So we're talking like volume breakout to a multi-year high from a base. That's very bullish. When you have a lot of these, the market is not going to top. RBRK IPO was a mess for several months, broke out. Again, this is characteristic of a strong market. When it could base like this and then take out the high, and you got all these big volume bars here, that's a great sign. Reddit, same thing. Goes public, chops around for a while, several months, breaks out to a new high. Tons of really positive volume over here. RWD or RDW, aerospace company, really acting well here. Big rounded bottom here, comes down, comes up here to a higher high, consolidates, and then boom, takes off. This is great, perfect chart pattern. I mean, it's exactly what you want. Rocket Lab, too far gone to chase right now, but it's still a good example of what we see out here is like long base that goes back 2.5 years, breakout on tons and tons of volume, and as you can see, it runs up here. Revolve, okay, resistance level, comes out of a base here, resistance level here near 25, nice volume over here. A couple more I'm going to go through here. C Limited, huge upside when after COVID broke out, then fell on hard times, but it's been basing for like the last 2.5, 3 years. You can see nice uptrend, respecting moving averages, now sitting at a multi-year high. Volume is steady. It is high in some parts and steady in other parts, so this looks good. Shopify, same thing. Was a big winner in the past, fell on hard times. Now this, after like a 3-year base, breaks out, huge volume there. SoFi, same thing. Okay. Lots of fanfare about this stock, but we got a multi-year base, breaks out to a multi-year high. Sound, not as smooth as the others, but just this week broke out. It came out of a base here, lots of volume, 3 weeks in a row, huge volume, and as you can see, it's well into new high territory. Let me see here, Twilio, same thing. Used to be a big winner, based for a couple years, broke out, huge volume, everything looks good there. Let me go one more. Here's Wolf, Bitcoin name. Key level here at 4, you can see it broke out and then came back down, but now it's consolidating near a multi-year high, with some pretty darn good volume to back it up. All right, so my point being again is that when you have this many charts that are acting well, the market is not going to top. Okay, week to week anything goes, day to day anything goes. An individual name could do anything, okay? But when you have this much underlying strength, there's too much goodwill out there for the market to just fall and fall and fall and trend down, okay? So bias is to the upside. Keep going long. It's just a question of how much exposure you want. All right? And as a reminder, we have our Cyber Week special here. Buy an annual membership, get 3 months free. It comes out to be less than $50 a month. Check it out at the leverbrothers.com homepage. Just click on subscribe and you can do it there. All right. Hope this helps. We'll see you next time.